Look, Ma, there's a train.
It's the Lodi Station Outlets, with more than 60 fabulous nationally known outlet stores, with everyday savings of up to 65%.
Kids ready for a train ride?
And during the Wild West weekend, there's a little extra fun and excitement for everyone, with cowboys, bandits, and more to bring out the kid in everyone. And the savings will blow you away. Lodi Station Outlets off I-71 and exit 204. For directions and store information, log on to LodiStation.com today.
Yes, it's time for another episode of the Urbex Dead Mall series, and today we're back here at the Ohio Station, formerly Lodi Station, in Burbank, Ohio. I did make a video on this place about a year or two ago, but that was a nighttime tour, and I wanted to come back and see what had changed and document this place in the daytime. I was quite shocked to discover that the train tracks had mostly been removed. Like, why would you remove them? I mean, even if you're not running the train anymore, just leave them in place. So are they planning on replacing all the tracks? I highly doubt that because this place is really struggling. It's dying quite fast. Out of all the outlet malls we have in Ohio, and we have quite a few, I think this was the coolest. Unfortunately, its location is kind of stupid. It's sort of out in the middle of nowhere, just far enough outside the Cleveland-Akron area that people aren't going to want to travel out there, and people from Columbus definitely aren't going to want to travel down to here, especially since they have outlet malls near Columbus. The reason I say this is the coolest outlet mall in Ohio is because there used to be a train you could ride and it would take you around the mall and drop you off at different sections. I think that's just a very unique experience. Now, I never got to see the train or ride it personally, but I did find some old footage online and we will take a look at that later on in the video. This outlet mall definitely suffered from the case of the state having way too many outlet malls and its location being very poor. And since we didn't go over the history of this place in the previous video, we're going to go over it in this one. Unfortunately, while doing research, I didn't find very much on this place, or at least on the history of it, but we can go over some of the facts about the place. The Ohio Station outlets have a total of 311,478 square feet of retail space. There are spaces for approximately 60 stores, but when I visited, there were only a handful of them left. The outlets did feature a food court, but both times I visited, the food court was closed and shuttered. This mall was originally called the Lodi Station Outlets, due to its close proximity to the town of Lodi. And I believe I'm pronouncing that correct. It's Lodi and not Lodi, although it could be, but I heard some locals on some commercials pronounce it Lodi. At one point in time, they even rented out the train for birthday parties, and you could like reserve it and have your kid kind of drive the train around, and it was like a really cool concept. And I think had this been located closer into the city, it probably would have been very successful, because nowadays, shopping malls that have experiences are all the rage. And I know you're probably saying, but wait, it's located right off of 71, a very busy interstate in between Columbus and the Canton, Cleveland, Akron, mega Northeast Ohio area. Yeah, but the problem with that is that most people traveling on 71 have places they're going, and they can't just randomly stop off at the outlet mall and kill an hour or two of time. So that's the problem. And people living in the Cleveland, Akron area, it's just too far outside of that for them to really want to make the drive and visit. So does this mall have a future? And what do you think the future of this mall is? Demolition, repurpose, refurbishment? Who knows? Because I didn't find any information online as to what the plans are for this place, because it's definitely dead and dying. Now we're going to take a look at some old footage of one of the two locomotives running around the outlet center. Thanks for coming along to check out the Ohio Station outlets, formerly the Lodi Station outlets. If you want to see the previous video I did and the nighttime tour, I'll try and remember to put a link in the description box below, but if I forget, you can just search in the Urbex playlist, just search for Ohio Station outlets. You'll find it. As always, you can check out all of my member-only content and support the channel by visiting the Patreon link or clicking the join button for my YouTube membership below this video. Thanks everyone, and I will see you in the next video.